Hey guys, what's up? Fur Daddy here. Today I'm coming at you with another video. This time it's going to be 50 different tips and tricks for Final Fantasy. I worked really hard on this video. I took a little bit of a break and improved my setup. I got a new microphone, I got a new camera over on my Twitch, so you'll see that over there. I decided to take some of the money I got from you guys, really, from YouTube, and reinvest it into the channel. And I thought what better way to do that than make a video that I worked really hard on. So this is going to be 50 different tips and tricks. I tried really hard to find things that people maybe don't know about or haven't heard about, just weird little things, and all of these I think are really useful. So you may know a few of these, but I guarantee there'll be at least one that you don't know, so just tune in for that. And let me know down below if you have any more tips or things that you did know or didn't know, or maybe you knew all these, and then especially tell me down below because you are an awesome gamer. So let's get into the video. Alright, so this first category is going to be system tips, basically like things you can change in your settings that might make things a little bit easier and just make things in general, just like options that you can enable that you might not know about. I didn't know about a lot of these, so I was doing research for this video, so hopefully this is helpful to you guys. So starting off, you can disable the emote log. So if you just click this button here, it disables like the emote pop-up in chat. So if you want to spam emotes, you're not actually like annoying anybody, they just see you doing the animation, they don't see the thing in chat. You can enable this option here to store new items received in your inventory instead of your armory chest. This makes Grand Company turn-ins really, really easy, and it also just makes it so your armory chest doesn't get cluttered up with a bunch of useless stuff. You can enable this option here, which changes the maximum amount of status effect icons. So if you've been fighting a boss and you see like a whole bunch of little icons underneath them, you can change this option here, which lowers the amount of them. So you can set it to 5 or 6 instead, and you won't get like an entire list of the bars. In high-end rating, this is very useful. A lot of people know this one, but in case you don't, you can limit effects from party members in this part of the options here. You can just click the limited effects, and it allows you to see not every single particle effect. You don't want to turn it off completely because you want to see the helpful ones, but yeah, that's going to reduce a lot of the clutter on your screen, and it can also improve your frame rate. So this next option is press action twice to target. This allows you to press an action twice, and if it's like a AoE, like Astro's Circle, just any AoE that you want to cast, you can press it twice, and it will automatically cast it where you're targeted. So this means you don't have to like mouse around and find where it is, it'll just do it automatically. So that can be super useful for specific cases. So if that pop-up saying cannot execute at this time is really annoying, you can uncheck the display recast timer error message in your options, and that makes it so it'll no longer pop up. So that can be really handy if you like to button mash. In your settings here, you can skip playback of cutscenes that you've already seen before. That's super useful in case you've already seen cutscenes before, you're loading into dungeons, you're doing re-clears, you're doing roulettes. If you don't want to see these cutscenes again, you can disable the playback of them. This one you definitely want to enable. It displays the target remaining HP percentage, so it'll show you the actual percent of an enemy when you're fighting it, which is super, super useful as well. This one comes down to personal preference, but it's really amazing how many people don't know about this. There's the standard movement and legacy movement. So I suggest messing around with both of these. There are pros and cons to both. A lot of people use legacy movement. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But just so you know, you can change them and experiment with them in the settings here. This one's in your keybinds. You can actually keybind the confirm button, which makes selecting NPCs and advancing dialogue super easy. The default is the number pad 0, but if you don't have a number pad, you can change that in your keybinds, and you can just spam that button to confirm selecting NPCs. It's useful like in patch day and stuff when you can't click NPCs, so I highly suggest this one as well. You're able to change your inventory size to just one big block, so you don't have to click through multiple tabs. This is great, and I get people in my comments still asking me how to do that. Another one that a lot of people don't know is you can actually turn off your mount music, so if the da-da-da-da-da thing is annoying, you can turn that off. It turns off all mount music, so you can just hear the zone you're in instead. When editing your HUD, you can hold shift when you're dragging a UI element to make it stick to like the grid, so it doesn't go in some topsy-turvy place. So that's it for system settings. I'm going to move on to some time savers. You are able to use the main city aetheryte of any city to access the aetheryte network of that city. So you can just right-click it and immediately access the aetheryte network. On that same note, you can also use any main city aetheryte with a housing district to go to the housing district of that area. If you're a fiend for MGP, you are able to use the duty finder to go directly to the battle hall and sell triple triad cards there instead of teleporting to the golden saucer and running all the way down or using the aetheryte network. Now I'm going to be moving on to just a whole bunch of quality of life stuff that I find very useful. Using the command /pet size all small, medium, or large, you are able to change the size of all summoners things. So like Titans, so if you have Titans butt cheeks up in your face during raid, you can change it, and that changes it for all characters. On the map window, you are able to hold down Control or right bumper on the controller to left-click past quest icons and focus on Aetherites. Similarly, holding down X on the keyboard hides all player names, so if you're in a hunt train, it makes the Aetherite way easier to click. When you first res, you're invulnerable for 5 seconds unless you cast any abilities. So don't cast right away, get somewhere safe first. You have time. This doesn't work with healer LB3s though, so be careful. You can press the R key to enable auto run, or L1 and the left stick on console. You can right-click drag to change the direction of your running and flying. And you can press left and right click at the same time to move instead of using WASD. You don't have to go back and forth between the market board and your retainer. You can press the button to show current prices and last purchases for any item on the sell page for that item. Stop buying glamour prisms on the market board. You can actually spend company seals and buy them from your grand company instead. If you hold Control and press up and down on your keyboard, it allows you to change your camera angle. This is really useful for certain raids if you can't see the bosses. Under an item, if it has a shop selling price, that indicates the item sold by an NPC vendor, which means you can easily search the vendor and circumvent the market board altogether. When searching on the market board, you should always select a partial match because it makes searching for the items way easier. If you have Aetherite teleport tickets, you can set the maximum threshold of price before you begin to use them, so you don't waste all your tickets on super cheap teleports. You're able to use the New Game Plus to take pictures with characters that are locked away or no longer present in the world for whatever reason. This is really useful to relive sad memories. You should use the Glamour Dresser in any inn to make glamour plates. It saves you on glamour prisms and time. On the same note, you can add a piece of glamour to a glamour chest, put it on a plate, and then remove it from the chest, and it'll still be on the plate. That's perfect if you have like gear from the Eden raids or whatever current content, and you want to glam it, but also wear it. The Fashion Report is a free, easy 60,000 MGP every single week. I posted a link in the description to the Twitter account that posts the easiest way to get maximum points every week. You should definitely do that. You can use the /I search command followed by an item to list every single item that you have in every single inventory that you have, so your retainers and your saddlebags and everything. You can use the POS command in chat to create a coordinate flag to your exact position, so if you're communicating with party members, trying to tell them where you are, it's perfect for doing that. When using macros, you can link a player's name in the same way you link other things by using T in brackets. You can click the cog beside the chat to configure your chat window, create new ones, and separate certain chat channels. This is good for avoiding spoilers, and it's also good if you just want your FC chat in its own window, and you can see me doing that here. Control plus U brings up the timer menu, which shows you every daily and weekly activity that you haven't completed yet. Clicking on those specific options shows you what specific custom deliveries and Grand Company supply missions are required for that day or that week. You can tell if an enemy is passive or aggressive ahead of time based on the icon beside it. This is passive, and this is aggressive. If you're a healer, you can use a Suna on any buff with a blue bar above it. When playing Astrologian, if your card has a blue border, it's for melee or tank, and if it has a red border, it's for range or healer. PvP frontlines give awesome XP for alt jobs. You can queue up as the job you want the XP for, then switch to the one you're used to while you're actually in the duty. You don't have to worry about the gear because it's all synced for PvP. Trying to level up your chocobo? The quests Landing a Stable Job and A Hunter's True Nature each reward Thavnarian onions, which are worth 250k to 500k depending on your server. I have the links to those in the description. If you want to level up a new job and have some friends to help you, you can head somewhere with strong enemies, like here. If you're not in a party, you can pull the enemy and they can kill it, and you get a huge chunk of experience. Just careful not to get hit. Don't go hungry. When you're leveling, any food gives you a 3% bonus XP, and that adds up. You can set a timer in-game for time nodes for DOH jobs. From your gathering log, you can pull up the item you're looking for to gather and select Set Timer for Next Occurrence. You can set this in real time or Eorzea time. High quality gear and items give double XP for leaves and Grand Company turn-ins, so make sure you're making high quality items. Ocean fishing can level up your fisher insanely fast. You can head here in Limsa Lominsa to unlock it. There's more info in the description. If you're leveling your DOH or DOL slowly, you can complete your Ixal dailies, and then your Moogle dailies, and then your Dwarf dailies when leveling up. Each day gives you 1 or 2 levels, so it's definitely worth it. And tip number 51 is to like, comment, and subscribe. Those are all the tips. Let's get into the outro of the video. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video all the way through. I edited this video over on Twitch, so make sure you check that out and join our Discord. We just finished a contest with some awesome entries. I'm showing those on screen here. The theme was love. So shout out to everybody who entered those contests, and you guys all did an awesome job. So join the Discord if you want to participate in those or get exclusive access to new money makers, everything like that. Or if you just want a community to hang out. We do a lot of stuff in the Discord server. Make sure you're subscribed and comment. Like I said, thank you guys for being able to support the channel. I really wanted to put a lot of work into this video, so if you like it, please let me know. If you have any tips that weren't in this video, post them down below, so if you need to know more tips, you can go into the comments and read some of the ones that other people had. If there's interest in this, I'll definitely make this into a series if I can think of 50 more. Maybe I'll do like fun facts or something like that instead. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time.